and wisdom, man. You got to dwell within this understanding, people. You can't just come out with whatever you want to wear. That's what we're locking into. The Lord don't love you if you wear pants. The Lord don't love you if you're a transvestite, a homosexual, and you want to come out looking like a woman. The Lord ain't dealing with you on that. You're abominable. You're hated. Right? Come back. Give it to me.
Ecclesiastes 15:13. The Lord hated all abominations.
Come on.
And they that fear the Lord love it not.
Yeah, so as we talk about the fear of the Lord, they're not locking into no abominations, man. They're leaving off from the apple bottoms and the fly tight jeans and all the lube, you know, the nonsense that you're wearing, people. We're talking about dress codes, man. Things that pertain to righteousness, which you should be wearing and putting on you. Right? Come on back.
1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is the Most High. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonoreth his head.
And I know some people think right now, you got something on your head. Lock into it, people. The heads are not covered. This is a turban which the Lord prophesied for us to have, or commanded us to have. Right? And for the most part, a lot of people don't understand that. Right? Give me the Matthew 23:1 through 10, right? Right? And give me that what's that? What's the Bible section?
Read this?
Yeah, read on.
Matthew 23:1.
Okay.
Then spake Christ to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
Praise the Lord. The scribes and the Pharisees, people, those that are portraying the right works, they sit in Moses' seat today. Today the scribes and the scribes and the Pharisees are the step-and-fetching Negroes portraying that they're Israelites. And they're not really of Israel. They're of Satan because they're not locking into what these words are saying. Prime example, they come out with their heads covered. But they cut out a little shield on top of their heads. Is that right to do? You come out with a scarf over your head and cut out a shield on top so you can say I'm not covering my head. Or you come out with a cowboy hat and cut out the top. Walk down the street like you some Western man or something. It's nonsense, people. Come out with do-rags and cut out a little something on top. This scribes and Pharisees vibration is locking you down. You One West, all you Israelites that's locking into UPK, that's your vibration. Scribes and Pharisees, read on, brother. We're going to lock into a few different people on this chapter right here.
Matthew 23:3. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you, observe. That observe and do, but do not ye after their works.
If they coming out this word and they proving the right way, then do that. But don't do what they do. Because they say and do not. They into some hypocrisy vibration. Read on, brother.
Matthew 23:4. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders. But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
Yeah, they want to lock you off. Brother, well, you shouldn't be doing this and that and that and this. And you know what I'm saying? All up on you. And they themselves are not even performing the works. It's a problem, people. Want to watch out for that hypocrisy vibration. Want to watch out for that. Read on, brother.
Matthew 23:5. But all their works they do. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments.
Yeah, man. Like I mentioned earlier, the frontlets, which we read in the Old Testament, they make broad that to make sure everybody sees them. Same like this so-called Jew that's running down the streets, calling himself a Jew. He wanna make sure he shows everybody that I'm a Jew or Jewish, right? Come out with them black dirty suits, them big Teen Wolf-like looking beards. They looking ridiculous. They look like bums, man. They really do. Ringlets. Come on now. That's not what the Lord is talking about, man. That's not what the Lord is talking about. Read on.
Matthew 23:6. And love the uppermost rooms at feasts, and the chief seats in the synagogues, and greetings in the markets, and to be called of men rabbi.
Yeah, rabbi. Man. Who's that today, man? So-called white man want to be called rabbi. If the Lord is the head of man, you're not a rabbi. Why? Read it.
Matthew 23:8. But But be not ye called rabbi, for one is your master, even Christ, and all ye are brethren.
And the primary reason why I did come here is to show you that man shouldn't be covering his head with no yarmulkes, right? Nor kufis. Because that's the next thing with you Muslims. You want to rock a kufi, right? Rastas want to rock the big time crowns. This is touching up on everybody here, people. Right? What's the next one? The Pope. It's like a yarmulke too, right? Same thing. All these men are covering their heads is the bottom line. Every religion deals like that. You look at the man that come to church, he got his nice suit on, and what accompanies the suit? A hat. Right? And the woman got the hairdo. The woman got the hair. You wear all backwards, people. It's the woman that come out with the hair out, and the man that cover his head. Y'all not locking into this word properly, people. And y'all not preaching this proper thing in the churches. Y'all don't talk about this. Y'all say, oh, the woman's hairs are covered. We'll get into that in a minute. Read on.
Matthew 23:8, 23:9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your Father which is in heaven.
There it is, man. We lock it into you Catholics now. Don't call him no father. How you going to call him father? He's praying over you, but he got his head covered. He's dishonoring Christ. When you dishonor your head, you're dishonoring Christ. Understand that. You're not dishonoring your physical head. You're dishonoring Christ in the Most High when you do that. So when you see a lot of people like that, though, the Muslim one pray with his kufi on, he's dishonoring his head. You see the Jew bouncing up against the wall like this, dishonoring his head. Understand that, people. Don't call no man master. Don't call no man father on earth. Don't call no man no rabbi. Because one is your master, which is in heaven. Right? Bring it back. What you got? What you got? Give me that 1 Corinthians 5.
1 Corinthians 5.
So the bottom line, you can't read the 4 again. And read on.
1 Corinthians 11:4. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head.
And let's dig into the prayer aspect again. Because prayer is not just bending down on your knees and serving the Lord with lip service. Alright? You can go on with, like I said, meditation, that's prayer. Just requiring of the Lord within your everyday life, that's prayer. So you want to lock into not covering your head or the woman covering her head. Because the Lord should meet you in all your thoughts, people. You can't be just thinking about the Lord when it's time to go to church on Sunday, or thinking about the Lord when it's time to go to church on your Seventh-day Adventist trips, or your church trips and all that. That's the only time you think about the Lord, or meditating on Him. You should be meditating upon Him daily.